Can we please remain standing for the invocation? To the name in which each of us individually prays, we want to say thank you. Thank you for this day in which we've never seen and will never see again, but will now become etched in our hearts and memories as one of the greatest days of our lives. As these graduates prepare to embark on future endeavors, we ask that you provide them wisdom, guidance, and strategy to achieve success in all that they set out to accomplish. Bless those that are a part of their village who serve as a support system on this journey. To those who have experienced struggles or may have lost someone whom they dedicate this moment to, remind them your love, comfort, peace to help fill the void of that loved one on this special day. Continue to ignite the passion and positivity for those, both the students and faculty, so that they may always demonstrate hope, compassion, and accomplishment throughout our community. We ask these things in the name in which we believe in our hearts. Amen.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Please make sure that you've silenced your cell phones. Please remain standing while well, I guess we did that. Mr. Murphy did that. Now, please remain standing for the performance of the national anthem by the U.S. Army Band. You can be seated. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, the administration, the faculty, and the staff of Flagler College, I'm pleased to welcome you to our 2024 commencement ceremony. I'd like to begin today's ceremony by thanking the staff of Flagler College, Tallahassee, Ms. Shanique Branch, Ms. Linda Smith, and Ms. Annette Young. They all worked tirelessly to organize this final commencement ceremony at Flagler, Tallahassee. This marks the conclusion of your academic time at Flagler College. Today is your day, and we're honored to be able to share this momentous occasion with you. You've worked hard to meet the rigorous standards and requirements of the college, as well as the expectations of the faculty. What you received today is a symbol of having successfully completed the requirements for a degree from Flagler College, and we're firmly convinced that every degree that we confer is a passport to success, and every graduate is well prepared to take that next step. Please accept our heartiest congratulations on your achievement in reaching this graduation day. To our talented and dedicated faculty and staff, you've demonstrated your commitment to ensuring that our students receive an excellent education, that they leave our college prepared both academically and as citizens of the world that we live in. One element of Flagler College that has stood out as a beacon of light, that's our faculty and staff. They truly care about each individual student. And I've seen it on countless occasions, and it's indeed what distinguishes this college. On this occasion, we'd like to acknowledge the incredible work of all the faculty and staff of Flagler Tallahassee who have served our students and their families since this campus opened 24 years ago. Many are here with us to celebrate your achievement and the legacy of this campus. I would like to ask all of them to please rise so we could thank them. We also know that there are loved ones that are watching this ceremony whose hearts, I'm sure, are bursting with pride for all of you, and I know that they offer you their hope and encouragement today and all days as you continue with your chosen careers or pursue further education. So members of the class of 24, please enjoy this moment and pride in your accomplishments. As you sit here this morning waiting to receive the diploma that you've earned, I encourage you to think about those loved ones who have helped you arrive at this place. So well done, class of 2024. You have our highest admiration. Hearty congratulations on your success. I'll now call to the podium Dr. Wayne Riggs, Dean of Flagler College, Tallahassee, so he can introduce our commencement speaker. Wayne.
Robert J. Boyd, Esquire, Bob, is the President and CEO of the Independent Colleges and Universities of Florida, ICUF. ICUF is an association of 34-year nonprofit SACS-accredited colleges and universities in our state. Before becoming ICUF's president, he served as ICUF's general counsel since 1995. Mr. Boyd has devoted most of his professional career in advocating for our private colleges and obtaining financial support for the students who attend them. Mr. Boyd is also the president and CEO of the Florida Independent College Fund, the fundraising arm of ICUF, and is the executive director of the Higher Educational Facilities Financing Authority, the statewide bonding authority for ICUF institutions created in statute in 2001. His devotion to higher education in the state of Florida, particularly independent colleges and universities, is a family tradition. The Tyeise grant, which provides $3,500 per year to full-time undergraduate students attending a private, nonprofit university or college in our state, has enabled thousands of Flagler Tallahassee students to achieve their educational dream, including most of our students on the stage today who have received this grant. It is named in honor of William F. Boyd IV, the father of Robert Boyd. All of us are incredibly appreciative of this ongoing legacy and that our commencement speaker continues to carry the torch in advocating for students in colleges throughout our state. Mr. Boyd received his bachelor's degree in history, cum laude, from Rollins College in 1985, his law degree with honors from Florida State University College of Law in 1988. Last, but certainly not least, Bob is also a member of our Flagler family. Having taught business law and business communications at Flagler Tallahassee for 17 years from 2002 to 2019. In this capacity, his colleagues and students witnessed that while his fierce advocacy for colleges and universities often occurred at the state level, it was very much driven by his personal connection with students in the classroom. Please join me in welcoming back to Flagler Tallahassee our commencement speaker, colleague, and friend, Mr. Robert Boyd.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, graduates of Flagler College, class of 2024. And may the 4th be with you. I've always wanted to say that. Happy Star Wars Day. I'm so grateful and honored to give this talk today. And I want you guys to take it all in. I remember, I think many of us watched the Masters about 3 weekends ago, and Scotty Scheffler was walking up 18, his head was down, he wasn't smiling. He didn't take it in. You don't get to win the Masters every weekend. So I hope you take it in and you look at who's sitting at your right and your left. You think about this moment. You look at the building. You think about the temperature, what's happening outside, and try to remember this time. There's a famous graduation speech by Daniel Tosh, the comedian. Now, who would give Daniel Tosh the opportunity to give a graduation speech? And he said, in 10 years, I want you to look to the person on your right and then look to the person on your left. The person on your right will be in jail. The person on your left will be bankrupt. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. You're Florida College, Tallahassee grads. I believe in you. So normally I would start a speech and I would talk about, I would say, President Delaney, Dean Riggs, faculty, students. I'm going to take each one at a time because this is the last graduation, the last graduating class of Flagler Tallahassee. And by the way, I think many of you all missed your high school graduation 4 years ago because of COVID, so this may be your only graduation ceremony. So I want to go through each of these groups. So I was the attorney of ICUF in 1999 when former Speaker and TCC President T.K. Weatherall met with Flagler President Bill Proctor at the time to discuss the creation of this program. Students seeking four-year degrees in this town needed more options than FSU and FAMU. The options needed to be small class sizes, accommodating flexible schedules, including night courses, better student advising, and even trivial things like parking. And actually, that would be a really good higher education speech one day. Effective higher education equals good parking. But we had that here. The result was this program, a partnership between TCC and Flagler that started in August of 2000 and is wrapping up today in 2024. So during that time, we've had 3,262 graduates of this program, 311 faculty. Let me just go through very quickly. The presidents of Flagler College. What is in the water in St. Augustine? My job is to work with college presidents and legislators. And by the way, legislators are much easier to deal with than college presidents. And you have had three of the best college presidents in Florida, and that's an unequivocally true statement. President Bill Proctor, I will tell you this, here's one thing about President Bill Proctor. He's the only man in Florida history that played football for Stetson, UF, and FSU. And since Stetson doesn't have football anymore, I don't think anybody will do that again. Bill Hebert was so effective as a president, he rose to become chair of ICUF. And when he became chair of ICUF, we played a lot of golf. I still think I'm 0-39 against Bill. You would ask yourself, he's too good of a golfer to be a good college president, but that's not true. He was excellent. And then you've got President Delaney here today. He succeeded in the public sector at UNF. He succeeded in the political sector as mayor of Jacksonville, and now he's succeeding in the private sector at Flagler. So it's unusual to find such transformational college presidents. It really is. The deans of this program, Maura Freeberg, I'm going to just list them because I think there's only 6, but Maura Freeberg, who's here today, I saw her in the hall, Commander Dennis Baker, who I think is here, John Bruno, Donald Parks, Wayne Riggs, all fantastic and excellent administrators. Flagler College, Tallahassee punched above its weight there. The faculty made Flagler College, Tallahassee. They were outstanding. There's so many who taught you so much and taught me so much, helped me make Flagler College, Tallahassee such a special place. It would take too long to name them all. You know who you are and what you contributed to this college. These are top-notch faculty that many elite universities don't have access to. It helped that many of the faculty also taught in their profession in law, accounting, education, bringing this real-world experience to the classroom. And then finally, the administrative staff, I think President Delaney mentioned it, Annette Young at Financial Aid, Shaunique Branch, who, by the way, is so good because she was in my business law class, Linda Smith, Susan Conklin, they were all excellent. Flagler College, Tallahassee built an amazing program here. Now, you graduates, let me just say a couple things. Jamie Hall II, who I think is here today, I believe we've had 3 generations of his family graduate from this program, all since 2000. What an accomplishment. His father, Jamie Hall, and his mother, Nina Gunn Hall, I believe they were in my business law class. I couldn't confirm it, but they attended Flagler College, Tallahassee. His grandmother, Dolores Hall, attended our education program. His younger sister is in Flagler's public administration program. What an accomplishment, and what a proud thing to announce today. I taught in the business law program, but many of you are education program graduates. This is such a high-quality program that whenever I went to the Capitol and talked to the lobbyists and the folks running the Leon County School District, they clamored for our graduates. It was just so pleasing to hear how well you are doing in the classroom. Listen to this. Flagler College, Tallahassee has graduated more than 900 alumni from the education program and 60 teachers of the year. 60. That's unbelievable. In some capacity. Stacy Duggar, who is one of the faculty that I mentioned, the excellent faculty, was quoted in the Tallahassee Democrat, Flagler College, Tallahassee is treasured in Tallahassee. They do an excellent job of putting teachers into our local schools. The college is beloved in the community. You can walk into almost any school in Leon County and you'll find Flagler College, Tallahassee graduates. Fantastic. Most of these state agencies that I work with have Flagler College graduates working, helping to make and implement policies that affect all Floridians. Flagler College, Tallahassee has produced more than 100 CPAs. Think about that for this program. Finally, the other thing that continues to amaze me, each graduation, we have about 30 to 40% first-generation students. That changes families forever. So I'm proud of Flagler College, Tallahassee. This is not a sad day. This is a day to celebrate. We are accomplishing our goals as this program sunsets. I'm proud of what you grads are going to be doing. Mission accomplished. So now let me just talk real quickly about my message to the graduates. I hope you will listen to my advice. I know that if I came back from the future and talked to myself now, I wouldn't listen. I didn't listen. It took me 14 years to figure this out. But here's what I want to tell you. A great philosopher once said, no, not Seneca, not Aristotle, not Socrates, not Freud or Jung, Pink Floyd. Pink Floyd once said in 1979 in their song, Hey You, let me read this to you. Hey you out there on the road, always doing what you're told, but it was only fantasy. The wall was too high, as you can see. No matter how he tried, he could not break free, and the worms ate into his brain. So the worms ate into his brain. So what in the world were they talking about? Here's what they're saying. You must take chances and break out of your comfort zone. You have to challenge yourself and not simply do what's expected of you. You must break free or the worms are going to eat into your brain. So if you're terrified of public speaking, join a community play. If you've always wanted to paint and wanted to start, watch a brief YouTube video and start to paint. I can tell you right now, and I believe Commander Baker is out in the audience, he's the happiest, even given his large, voluminous resume and all the things he's done, he's the happiest and most at peace when he paints. So do the opposite of your career path. If you're analytical, sculpt or garden. If you're shy and quiet, go work on a political campaign. Don't worry about the results, but enjoy the process. You have to break free from what you're good at. Do something that gives you some anxiety and fear. That's the special secret of life, the sustenance of life. There was a great survey of 1,000 centenarians, 100-year-olds, who were asked by researchers what they regretted most in life. The overwhelming number one answer was not regret for getting arrested, not regret for a bankruptcy, not regret for failure of getting that promotion. The number one answer was they regretted not taking more chances. They played it too safe. So they finally realized this in their old age at 100. Richard Pryor, the comedian, would say, pay attention to old folks because they ain't no fools. You don't get old being a fool. So let me just try to illustrate my point and tell you about one thing that was of interest to me. I heard Dr. Stephen Jay Gould at FSU in the 90s. He was a paleontologist and evolutionary biologist from Harvard. We went to hear him speak, and he wrote a great book, by the way, called Dinosaur in a Haystack. But his theory, he laid out the theory called the spandrel theory. So here's what the spandrel theory is. So Rome built the arch, and the arch was perfected by the Romans. It allowed them to build the Colosseum in Rome, these giant aqueducts, the Pont de Garde that I saw in France and Provence. And when you build an arch, you square it off because you got to put something above it. So when you square off, you got the arch and you square it off, you have these empty spaces on either side of the arch, and they're called spandrels, the corners. So the Romans, they decorated these empty spaces, and they put in art and religious sculpture and Roman decrees and praise of the emperor. And if you look at the arch today, the spandrels are so beautiful that you would think the arch was created and developed to produce the spandrels. The spandrels were the point to begin with, but that's not true. The arches were not invented for the spandrels. The spandrels were a happy accident. So Gould went on to theorize, he said, our big brains evolved as an accident. They were spandrels. They were leftover space. But what did those big brains create? We just didn't use them to collect food, reproduce, and survive. We used them to create art and culture and literature. The best part of our lives came from that. So you're probably saying, what in the world is he talking about? These spandrels. Here's the point. Your Flagler degree is the arch. You need it to hold up your life, to progress, to advance in your career. It's an accomplishment to cherish and use. It's the load-bearing foundation of your life. But it doesn't define everything you are. The secret sauce of life are the spandrels that you have to decorate and fill in. It's as important in your life as your degree. This is what creates the richness in your life. And it took me so long to figure this out. If you do this, you'll see what I mean, and you don't even have to be excellent at these things. You just need to enjoy the journey of breaking down the wall. So again, if you're terrified to speak in public, go to the FSU School of Motion Pictures and act in a short film. Sing at church. Work on a campaign. Start a weekly blog. Write some poetry. One of the things that I'm going to try next is becoming a beekeeper and putting a hive in my backyard. I don't know how it will turn out. But this is the secret I wish I knew at 21. So finally, just to wrap up, I am a huge fan of the radio personality named Paul Harvey. Paul Harvey had a radio show called Paul Harvey, The Rest of the Story. I don't know if everybody remembers Paul Harvey, but he had a great voice. He gave a very, very short speech in 1978 to the future farmers of America in Kansas City, Missouri. And I rewrote this. That speech was called So God Made a Farmer. I rewrote it to say, So God Made a College Graduate. So it's very short, but let me read it to you real quick. Here it goes. My tribute to you. And on the 8th day, God looked down from his planned paradise and said, I need a college student to take over and lead their community into the future. So God made a college graduate. God said, I need somebody willing to get up before dawn, study, make breakfast for everybody, go to work all day, go to classes at Flagler, make dinner again for everybody, study again for a test at 1:30 a.m., and then get up with the 6 a.m. alarm. So God made a college graduate. I need somebody with arms strong enough to hold a child in one arm and a cell phone and several heavy books in the other, yet gentle enough to care for sick children, sick parents, sick siblings, patient enough to babysit cantankerous kids, somebody to love and to give boyfriends, girlfriends, husbands, and wives, then come home exhausted and hungry after a long day and have to take care of everybody else's problems before concentrating on themselves and their Flagler studies. So God made a college graduate. I need somebody to sit up, God said, with a newborn baby and study at the same time, somebody who is a role model, who teaches and gives advice to younger brothers and sisters, somebody who can sit through a Flagler College class at night dead tired and stay awake. So God made a college graduate. To engage in the hard work of learning, yet willing to drop everything in an instant to help when he sees the neighbor or his roommate in trouble. So God made a college graduate. Finally, God said, I need somebody strong enough to take on future challenges in their careers, yet flexible and understanding enough to bear the hardships of future failure and loss with grace and dignity. Somebody able to watch what they've worked for so hard fall apart and collapse, perhaps losing a job or a loved one, cry, and then dry her eyes and say, I'll be okay. I can handle this. I'll work harder next time. So God made a college graduate. It had to be somebody who worked extremely hard and not cut corners, somebody to seed, weed, feed, and plant their life's garden to prepare for the future and then finish a hard week's work with a weekend of rest with fun and friends, somebody willing to keep a family together with the soft, strong bonds of sharing, who would laugh and then sigh and then reply with crying and smiling eyes when her child or little brother or sister says that she wants to spend her life doing what her mom or sister does, going to college too. So God made a college graduate. Good luck to you all. God bless you. May we all count our blessings for Flagler College, Tallahassee, and what it meant to us. Thank you.
Today is a day of some firsts and lasts. This is probably the first time in a graduation address that a lyric of Pink Floyd has ever been quoted. We're now privileged and honored to award Flagler College's honorary degree of humane letters to Robert J. Boyd. Dean Riggs, will you please escort Mr. Boyd to center stage? Bob, we're grateful for your participation in the ceremony today. You've honored us with your presence, and your remarks were simply terrific. In recognition of your career in championing independent colleges and universities of Florida, advocating for financial support of students who attend them, and your contributions to professional and civic organizations, we are pleased and honored to confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters. Congratulations.
Students at Flagler College may graduate with honors by virtue of earning exceptionally high grades. The designation of honor graduates is determined by the student's cumulative grade point average at the end of his or her senior year. There are 3 designations for honors: cum laude, which requires an average GPA of 3.5 to 3.69, magna cum laude, which requires an overall average of 3.7 to 3.89, and summa cum laude, which requires an overall grade point average of 3.9 to 4.0. Students who have distinguished themselves with exceptional academic achievement have the distinction of wearing the red and gold honors cords at today's ceremony. These students, and there's a lot of them, with their honors designation, will be individually recognized when they are presented to the president in the roll call of names. In addition to graduates with honors, Flagler College also confers departmental awards for academic achievement. The following students have distinguished themselves through scholarly activity and academic achievement in their selective disciplines of study. Faculty within each department have chosen these students as recipients of their departmental awards for the current academic year. As I read the names of the recipients, will the graduates please stand? Please hold your applause, if you can, until all the names have been called. For the Department of Behavioral Sciences and Psychology, Emery Main. For the Department of Business Administration, Luther Lee. For the Department of Education, Danielle Renee Guerrero and Razia Gaki Rito. Please join me in recognizing these graduates. Please be seated. The audience will notice that many of our graduates are wearing cords. They represent the following: graduates wearing red and gold cords are graduating with honors. Graduates wearing red, white, and blue cords are U.S. military veterans. Graduates wearing gold and teal cords are members of the Student Florida Education Association. Would all of our graduates who are wearing these cords or any of the cords please stand to be recognized? Please be seated. I would also like to recognize the following students who are not distinguishable by particular awards or academic rank, but who hold a more indelible distinction amongst their family and friends, and I am especially proud to count myself as part of this distinguished group. These are the students who are among the first generation in their family to complete a 4-year degree. Would graduates who are first-generation students please rise to be acknowledged? Please be seated. Many of our students, as our commencement speaker noted, have multiple responsibilities on top of the challenging classes at Flagler Tallahassee. For some, this is the responsibility of supporting and raising a family. Would graduates who are parents or expecting to be parents please rise to be acknowledged? Please be seated. And now for the moment that all of you are waiting for. President Delaney, upon the recommendation of the faculty, I present to you those candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Science. Will the graduates please rise and come forward as your name is called? Payson Allen in absentia. Amber Nicole Alvarez. Reginald Leander Banks. Kessler Russell Bartlett. Elizabeth Grace Brooks, magna cum laude. Wilson J. Bruce. Tyeise Sherelle Candidate, cum laude. Marina Nicole Casey, cum laude. Sunny Duval. Sinclair Jolynn Flanagan, magna cum laude. Laura Fleming, magna cum laude. Sierra Freeman, summa cum laude. Veronica Garcia Vega, magna cum laude. Danielle Renee Guerrera, summa cum laude. Jamie A. Hall II, magna cum laude. Amanda Kathleen Latour, summa cum laude. Luther Lee, cum laude, in absentia. Kevin Estrado Matzer Ahanyel. Emery Main, magna cum laude. Rami Leanna MacGyver. Caitlin Miller, summa cum laude. Ansley Elizabeth Moore, magna cum laude. Campbell Page Odom, magna cum laude. Corey Michael Osgood. Abigail Riddle, cum laude. Taylor Madeline Marie Rowan, summa cum laude. Razia Gaki Rideau, summa cum laude. Chanel Sanderson. Taylor Stanley. Mary Peyton Striplin, cum laude. Krishana Tamara Monique Williams, summa cum laude. John Williams, cum laude. Emily Young, summa cum laude. Cassandra Ann Zabriskie, magna cum laude.
Will the candidates for the bachelor's degrees please rise? Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Flagler College, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Arts with all the rights, honors, and privileges thereunto appertaining. We extend to you our warmest congratulations and best wishes on this achievement. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the class of 2024. Now that you're alums of Flagler College, Ms. Emily Missick, class of 2011, wishes to extend to you a welcome from the Alumni Association.
To my fellow Flagler Saints and the newest members of our esteemed alumni family, my name is Emily Mitchick, and on behalf of the Flagler College Alumni Association, a very warm welcome to you all. Today marks a milestone in your lives, your graduation, and a lifelong membership in our incredible network. I stand here as a proud member of the class of 2011, a business administration graduate just like some of you. Flagler didn't just grant me a degree though, it launched my career. Later in 2011, I was offered an amazing job as a recruiter in the Flagler College Tallahassee office. For the next 4.5 years, I had the privilege of helping hundreds of students, just like yourselves, achieve this very graduation milestone. My passion for working with college students eventually led me to Tallahassee Community College. Today, I'm the Director of Academic Advising, guiding students in successfully transferring to four-year colleges and universities. As you embark on the next chapter, stay connected to your Flagler family. The Alumni Association is here to support you with career resources, networking opportunities, and a lifelong sense of community. Be sure to keep your contact information up to date with the association so you can stay informed about all the events, announcements, and then the opportunities to connect with your fellow Saints. Congratulations, class of 2024. Go forth, make us proud, and never forget, you're a Saint forever.
Thank you, Emily. As we come to the close of the commencement ceremony, it's time to bid you a fond farewell. May your years ahead be filled with happiness, success, and a sense of fulfillment in all that you do. You do go with the pride of our institution, admiration and respect, and with our hopes and aspirations for you in the future. Will everyone please rise and remain standing through the benediction and the recessional. I'll now call on Mr. Akeem Bennett, class of 2018, to offer the benediction.
Let us ask a blessing. To the higher powers that be, we ask a blessing over these graduates. We ask that they never forget all it took to get here today, the countless hours of preparation just to arrive here before us all. May they never forget the sacrifices they made to be at this moment, and especially the sacrifices of all those around them and what they've made as well. Every little one waiting to see them come home, every significant other providing support along the journey, every person in the Flagler office providing guidance and encouragement. We ask a blessing over these graduates as they go forth and they pass the love and support that they received on to others, that they find whatever success means for them and how they can make a difference in their communities. We ask a blessing over these graduates as they continue their journey through life, that, like right now, they may find many exhilarating and joyful occasions. Amen.